You've seen it 1,000 times. That familiar, almost comical ritual. Your dog finishes their business, looks around with a sense of accomplishment, and then the chaos begins. A flurry of frantic kicking, dirt, grass, and leaves flying everywhere. Their back legs work like furious little pistons, gouging at the ground with surprising intensity. And as a loving owner, you've probably thought the same thing everyone else does. Oh, he's trying to cover it up. What a good, clean boy. It's an endearing thought, isn't it? That our dogs share our human desire for tidiness, attempting to bury their mess out of politeness or instinct. It's a comparison we often make to cats, who meticulously cover their waste in a litter box. But here's the truth, and it might just change the way you see your dog forever. They are not trying to cover it up. In fact, they are doing the exact opposite. This strange, energetic dance isn't an act of hiding. It's a full-volume, public service announcement broadcasted to the entire neighborhood. To understand this, we first have to completely abandon our human perspective. Let's debunk the covering it up myth once and for all. Think about it logically. Is your dog any good at it? When they do their furious kicking, does the poop actually get buried? 9 times out of 10, the answer is a resounding no. They kick dirt away from the pile. They scuff up the grass 10 feet to the left. They send pebbles scattering in every direction but on top of the target. Their effort, if it were truly for concealment, is laughably ineffective. A cat buries its waste for a very specific, primal reason: survival. As smaller predators who are also prey, cats instinctively hide all evidence of their presence to avoid attracting the attention of larger, more dangerous animals. It's an act of stealth. A dog's instincts, however, are wired for a completely different purpose. They are not trying to be invisible. They are trying to be seen. They are trying to be known. They are leaving a message, and the ground scratching is how they put that message up on a giant, unmissable billboard. So what is this message? To decipher it, we need to enter your dog's primary world, the world of scent. We see the world in high definition. They smell it in 3D. Every lamppost, every fire hydrant, every patch of grass is a community bulletin board, covered in what canine experts call P-mail. A simple sniff tells a dog who's been there, whether they were male or female, if they were happy, stressed, or ready to mate. Their urine and feces are their biological business cards, packed with personal information. But sometimes, just leaving the business card isn't enough. Sometimes, you need to make sure everybody knows you were there. You need to highlight it, underline it, and put it in bold. That is precisely what the scratching is for. It's the ultimate exclamation point. And the secret to this broadcast lies in a part of your dog's anatomy you've probably never even thought about: their paws. Tucked away between their paw pads are special glands called interdigital glands. These glands are little chemical factories, constantly producing a unique cocktail of pheromones. Pheromones are powerful scent chemicals that convey complex information to other members of the same species. Your dog's paw scent is as unique as your fingerprint. It is their personal, inimitable signature. When your dog starts that vigorous backward scratching, they are not just randomly moving dirt. The friction and pressure of that action actively releases these potent pheromones from the interdigital glands, depositing their unique scent signature directly onto the ground they've just torn up. They are essentially signing their name, loud and proud, right next to their other biological message. But it gets even more brilliant. This behavior is a 2-part communication strategy, engaging 2 of another dog's senses. First, there's the visual component. The long, deep gouges left in the earth are a powerful visual cue. Imagine another dog walking by later. They might not immediately smell the spot, but they will absolutely see the disturbance in the terrain. These scratch marks act like a giant neon arrow on the ground, pointing directly to the spot and screaming, "Hey! Something important happened here. Pay attention." It draws them in, ensuring the message isn't missed. Once the visual cue has done its job and drawn the next dog in, the second part of the strategy kicks in: the overwhelming scent. By scratching the ground, your dog has aerated the soil, churned up the grass, and massively increased the surface area from which scents can be released. They have not only added their unique paw pheromone signature, but they've also amplified the scent of the urine or feces itself. It's the difference between leaving a note on a desk and hiring a skywriter to blaze the message across the heavens. So we know they're creating a powerful, multi-sensory message, a sort of scent and sight billboard for their peers. But what exactly are they saying with this incredible display? Is it a threat? A friendly check-in? A declaration of dominance? The answer reveals the deep-seated, primal instincts that drive your dog's behavior every single day. And the specific message they are shouting to the world is far more complex than a simple, I was here. In fact, there are several distinct messages your dog might be sending, each one a fascinating window into their social world. First, and perhaps most obviously, it can be a display of dominance and confidence. For a high-status dog, this is the equivalent of puffing out their chest and announcing their presence to the world. The message is clear. I am the top dog. This is my turf. I am healthy, I am strong, and I am not afraid of anyone who might come sniffing around. It's a bold, unapologetic claim to power and territory, left for all rivals to see and smell. But here's where it gets truly fascinating, and where our understanding of this behavior takes a sharp, unexpected turn. What if your dog isn't the confident alpha of the park? What if they're small, a bit nervous, or lower on the social ladder? Does that mean they never perform this powerful display? The shocking answer is no. In fact, sometimes the most insecure dogs are the most frantic scratchers. And that reveals the second, and arguably most brilliant, message they might be sending. It's not a declaration. It's a bluff. Think of it as a high-stakes game of canine poker. By creating a massive visual disturbance and spreading their pheromones over the widest possible area, a small or insecure dog can create an olfactory illusion. They are attempting to project an image of being much larger, bolder, and more formidable than they actually are. It's a form of biological propaganda. The next dog to wander by might smell the sheer volume and intensity of the scent message and think, "Whoa, some huge, confident dog must have been here. I'd better be on my guard," never suspecting it was the little guy from down the street. It's a survival tactic rooted in deception, a way to build a reputation and deter potential challengers without ever needing a direct confrontation. So we have the confident declaration and the strategic bluff. But is it always about power and posturing? Not at all. And this brings us to a third type of message, one that paints a much more communal picture of the dog world. Sometimes, the scratching is simply a status update. In this context, the message isn't a challenge or a lie, but a simple bulletin for friends and acquaintances. It's the canine equivalent of checking in on social media. The message might be, "Hey everyone, Buster was here this morning. I'm feeling great, I'm healthy, and I'm just out enjoying my walk." For a female dog, it could be an announcement about her reproductive cycle, letting potential mates in the area know she is or will soon be receptive. It's a way of maintaining social bonds and keeping the entire neighborhood canine community informed about who is around and how they're doing. It's less of a billboard and more of a community newsletter. But this complex web of social messaging, from bold claims of power to clever bluffs and friendly updates, still only explains the messages being sent to other dogs. What if that's not the whole story? What if this primal instinct serves another, even deeper purpose that has nothing to do with their fellow canines at all? What if the most important audience isn't another dog at all, but the dog's own future self? Is it possible they are building a physical map of their own memories? This theory suggests that the ground scratching isn't just a message to others, but a powerful reinforcement tool for the dog's own mind. Dogs navigate a world of scent, and by creating these supercharged scent landmarks, they are building a more robust, more reliable, and more vivid map of their territory inside their own head. Each scratch is another pin on the map, a personal note to self that says, "This path is safe. This area is known. This is part of my world." It's a way of making a vast and confusing world feel smaller, more manageable, and more like home. This instinct is a direct echo from their wild ancestors. For a wolf, a reliable mental map of a vast territory wasn't a luxury. It was the key to survival. Knowing the quickest route to water, the safest path away from a rival pack, or the location of a den was critical. By physically and olfactorily marking their own path, they created a breadcrumb trail for their future selves, ensuring they could always find their way back. Your dog, kicking up grass in the local park, is channeling that same deep, primal need for orientation and security. So when you see your dog perform this ritual, you are not witnessing one simple act. You are witnessing a multi-layered broadcast. They might be the confident king, claiming their territory. They might be the clever poker player, bluffing their way to a safer existence. They might be the friendly town crier, posting an update for the whole community. Or they may be the master cartographer, meticulously reinforcing their own internal map of the world, one powerful scratch at a time. The truth is, it's often a cocktail of all these motivations, a complex and beautiful piece of communication that we are only just beginning to understand. That frantic kicking of the feet is not a bizarre little quirk to be tidied up. It's a story. It's a declaration, a deception, a newsletter, and a memory, all unleashed in a single, powerful burst of instinct. It's a reminder that living beside them is a privilege, an endless opportunity to witness a rich, hidden world that operates just beyond our own. Their world is full of these hidden stories, ancient instincts playing out in our modern lives. Every bark, every tail wag, every seemingly odd behavior is a chapter in a much grander tale. If you want to learn to read that story and understand the incredible animal you share your life with, then join us. Subscribe to Canines, and let's keep exploring their world